My name is Dr. Ndidi Precious Alino. I go by Precious because it's easier for people to say.
And yeah, tell us more about yourself.
So I'm originally from Nigeria, which is in West Africa, and I moved to the US almost 17 years ago, and I went to pharmacy school, got a degree in pharmacy, and I am an author, I'm a life coach, I'm a mother of four, I am a dutiful wife, I am a Christian, and I love writing, and that's why I'm here today.
You're telling us you love writing. So how many books did you wrote up?
I have only written one. I have another one that I'm doing right now, but it's a compilation of all my quotes, so I'm putting them together.
So this is your first one?
This is my first book. Yes.
Okay, so tell us more about your book.
So Leading Me, Becoming My Life CEO is a personal leadership book. And in the book, I actually start off talking about scripting your life's blank pages. All the things that we have to do in life that we've not done, I consider our blank pages. And I also talk about living our dreams, fulfilling our dreams. And there are so many obstacles that we're going to see along the way, but it is important that we live the dreams that we have in us before we end up in the graves. And then I also talk about the influences that make us. Believe it or not, there are so many things that influence us every single day, and we have to be at a maximum impact environment, and that's what a life CEO would do. Then I also talk about loving yourself, self-love. You cannot be an effective leader of your life if you don't love the life you're leading. And also I talk about leaving the right legacies in the book. So the book really cuts across every single age group. So starting from, making sure that you're sitting in the steering wheel of your life and not just sitting in the passenger seat for the matters that concern you. The reason I wrote the book.
So the title of your book is Leading Me. So you talk about like leadership. Is that a significance? That's why your title is like that?
So the reason I title it Leading Me is because I look at what are the things that complex things that we do today. So I look at complex organizations, and within these complex organizations we have chief executive officers of these complex organizations, and they tackle difficult problems. But sometimes these CEOs, when you look at their personal lives, it is a mess. So I titled it Leading Me because when we take charge of our life, because our life also is very complex, when we take charge of our life, then we are leading it like an effective CEO will lead a complex organization. So I think we need to be in the leadership seat of our own lives. We can't leave it in the hands of anybody to lead. We are the best storytellers of our life, and we are the best story writers of our life. So it's like living in a movie, but you are both the writer as well as the actress or actor in that same movie.
So what was your inspiration for writing this book?
My inspiration, honestly, it came from every single thing. Almost everything inspires me. So I look at successes, I look at failures, I look at people, I look at my life experiences, I look at the journeys that I have made in life, and those are the things that inspired me to write a book. Also, I look at the mistakes that young people make. I tell all those little stories in the book to really show you where the inspiration is coming from. So all the different things that we see every day, all the lives, every single time of my life has inspired me to put this together.
So is there any challenges that you encounter while writing this book, and what are those?
So the main challenge about writing is just making sure you have the right volume. When I started writing the book, I had a different title in mind. So when I started, honestly, the chapter one of the book was my biggest driving force. I wanted to get it out there because it was very, very important to me that we script our blank pages every day and not leave it blank for people to write on. But the biggest challenge was making sure that I have enough content. So as I started writing and I started having other inspirations, I was able to expand and then think about what would be the appropriate title for the book. So really making out time, being disciplined enough to continue to be consistent in putting it down so that you have the right volume was the biggest challenge.
Ever since your childhood days, do you wanted to write, or it just came out like in time? Can you tell us about it?
I don't think that I have always maybe desired to write, but I know that I inspire naturally. I know that people sometimes will tell me, Precious, you can tell a rock to walk and the rock will get up and think it can work. I know that I inspire naturally, and I wanted to, at some point in my life, put some of those things down so that other people can also see it. So it wasn't really something that started from childhood. It is something that evolved as I grew up.
You told us that that's something that evolved. So this is your first book? Are you working on your second book, or are we still expecting more to come?
Definitely more will come. Like I said earlier, I'm working on putting all my inspirational quotes together, and that is gonna come sooner than anything else. And after that is another one coming. I'm not gonna reveal the title yet.
Oh, any advice to the aspiring writers? Any advice to them?
My advice would really be part of what I wrote in the book about your dream. If you're an aspiring writer, that means it is your dream. So keep it going. Don't stop. Be consistent and make sure that you get it out of your head. You don't want to go to your grave regretting one message that you wanted to give to the world. So that would be my advice. Just stay consistent, a little at a time. Don't think about it in its complexity. Just one day at a time, and you will get it done.
How about advice to the readers?
Advice to the readers: first of all, finish the book. It would be nice to really read the whole book. Sometimes, we buy books and we leave them on the shelves, so the message doesn't get to us. So read the entire book. Fortunately, this one is a good read and is a fast read. So read the entire book and also allow it to influence you, allow it to inspire you. The stories are just, like I said, they are really there to invigorate you, to stir up something in you, but ultimately you own the navigation of your life. You have to really take charge of your life. Do something different. Do something unique for yourself after you read the book. That would be my biggest advice to the readers.
Like, for example, you're here in a book fair. Is this your first time?
This is my first book festival, yes.
So what can you say about it?
I think it's interesting. I loved it. One of the moments that I would take away with me, one of the ladies that stopped by and was asking me about the book, and I started talking and she started shedding tears. And I know deep within me that I had touched her life, and that is just really the highlight of the moment for me. So I know a lot of people loved my outfit today, but that was the highlight for me, not about the outfit, but yeah.
How was your feeling? Like, now everyone is coming, asking for your signature. They wanted to read about your book. So how was your feeling?
I'm just honored. I know I've been in line so many times to get signatures of authors. I like to read. I read other people's books. I have my shelf full of books and I read them. So it's just an honor to know that I'm able to give people something to look forward to, something that they can also read, and that I'm leaving a little bit of myself out there, in the world. So that's the way I feel.
Before I ask you to invite the viewers listeners to where they can buy your book, I need to ask you, how was your experience with the Bookmark Alliance?
The experience, honestly, I do like the communication. The communication was awesome, like the whole preparation. The crew were talking to me all the time, gave me all the information that I needed. Luz was always in contact, and I didn't meet her here today, but it's been great. And everybody that I met here today with Bookmark Alliance. So the communication was really awesome. I look forward to more partnership with Bookmark Alliance in the future. So I would like to invite all the viewers today. You can actually get a copy of this book on Amazon.com. Copies can also be purchased from my personal website. It is crediblemindset.com. Credible, meaning credibility and ability joined together. That's how I came up with that name. So crediblemindset.com. You will get a signed copy if you purchase from Credible Mindset. Also from Amazon.com. And remember to leave us a review after you read the book.